Very excited because Peter Crouch is in the tournament. Now, Peter Crouch...
You identify with him, don't you?
I love Crouchy. He's exactly the same height as me, 6'7".
He's sort of lanky and awkward looking.
Right, but brilliant. I mean, still a very... let's not forget that he is playing in the national squad.
Yeah.
He is a striker. He's got an excellent track record of scoring for England. Admittedly, maybe not in the super top important games, but nevertheless... Tremendous.
He's like your role model. He's like your pin-up.
He's a role model. He wrote an autobiography, which I was going to call my autobiography, Tall Stories. Crouchy got there first, but good luck to him. I give it to him.
Yeah.
I'm happy for him to do that. I once got someone who came up to me in a club once and said, "Are you Peter Crouch?" I said, "Yeah." I thought, she thinks I'm Crouchy. What's the problem? Let's see how far we can get with this before the truth will out. But I was disappointed.
I didn't know you wore glasses.
No, exactly. I'm sort of off duty. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't wear them on the field. But
do you think he'd have had a different career if he'd have worn glasses from the age of 5, like you?
This is one of the reasons I've not been a great footballer. Have you ever seen me doing any form of athletics or sport?
No.
Because I like to think I look quite elegant. I feel like I'm actually in control of it. But when I look back, if someone's videoed it, I look like one of those giant costumes in It's a Knockout. You know what I mean, where the arms are flapping and they just fall over.
No real expression on their head. Yeah.
But one of the things I was disappointed at, I was looking at, because obviously around this time of the year there's lots of advertising because of the footballers are all getting endorsements. And I was looking to see what each one was doing. And Wayne Rooney, he's got endorsement deals with Nike, with Nokia, with Coca-Cola. Lampard, Pepsi and Adidas. Peter Crouch, you know what he's advertising?
Go on.
Pringles. It's not the coolest one, is it? Pringles. I mean, even the name Pringles. Really?
I know. It's sort of like an insult, isn't it?
It is.
Who's that Pringle? Is that
Crouchy?
No, it's Steve Merchant.
I mean, I love Pringles.
Yeah.
And I'm pleased to see Crouchy's associated, but I was disappointed.
Don't bother mentioning Pringles thinking you'll get some free Pringles, because he went on about Munches, and then we got another fucking sniff.
Well, true.
What do you think of that, Carl?
But are you a fan of Crouchy? You must be,
They're all much of a muchness. Honestly,
that's nonsense.
I didn't want to come in here and start talking about football. I watch it.
What do you mean you didn't want to come in here and talk? What a thing to say!
What?
Imagine Gary Lineker going, "Hello, welcome to BBC. I didn't want to be here today. Talk about football. Fed up. I've got better things to do."
No, but it's something you talk about. I mean, it's ridiculous coming in here talking about it before we've even kicked a ball. Who knows what's going to happen? If there's one thing that's good about it, it's that, innit? Not knowing.
Well, that's what I don't understand. I don't understand all this punditry, why we have a 3-hour build-up, then they talk about it half time, then they talk about it for half hour afterwards. I mean, for me, it's like, it's kick-off, who won? They did, 3-1. Alright, cheers, let's get on with work.
But also, we like the whinging after. We are, this country loves a moan. They love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Love a good moan. I don't know how we'd be if we won. We'd go, alright, what was he talking about?
Yeah.
See, back in 1966, people weren't as miserable.
No.
Okay, hang on, I'd like to hear this theory extrapolated.
Well, they weren't, were they? People were, the war had happened, like, not that long ago.
Right.
People getting on with it, 66, everyone's smart, you dressed up if you went out, they weren't on as much money.
The footballers?
It was just a game of football. Whereas now, it's like all this build-up going on. Just get on with it. I'm sick of it, honestly, I'm sick and tired of hearing about it.
I'm with you. I do think it's ridiculous that there's a match and the programme before, it's like 2 hours before it and then an hour afterwards.
Well, that's just a shameless attempt to keep people... I mean, let's be honest, you and I have been guilty of being involved with that, haven't we? We've done various little skits and sketches in the past.
But that's fun. I mean, we do that for us, not for them.
Yeah.
I don't care whether people like it or not. I did it because it was fun. I dressed up you and a dwarf. The day doesn't get better than that.
Well, I was in a pub watching that year, and I'd forgotten that we'd done that, or at least that it was going to be shown that day. So I'm in this pub, it's rammed, obviously, and that comes on, the telly's on the big screen, and suddenly that's that sketch, right? A couple of things annoyed me. One, no one was paying attention. I was furious. I was thinking there's a couple of good-looking birds here. Look, at least on the fucking telly. Oh, look at the telly. Me in the sketch was Ricky Gervais and Warwick Davis and Dwarf. I'm playing Crouchy. No one, not paying attention. The few that were, not amused at all. Could not get... My mother, of course, famously said that's the funniest thing you've ever done, which we knocked off in about 20 minutes. No one in the pub seemed interested. And then a few people, like, looked round, looked at me, looked at the screen, sort of shrugged, carried on going. Nothing. But also kind of, it is embarrassing, that situation.
I was on a flight, internal flight in America, and, on the internal flights, you don't get individual screens. They give you individual players, but there's also screens all down the aisle for people, right? But Ghost Town was on.
Ooh.
Looked over, someone watching the extras. and I had to make sure that at no point did I glance up at the screen like he's watching himself,
Yeah.
and make sure I flicked over whenever it came up The Office or extras.
Yeah, if I'm on the tube and I'm flipping through the paper, sometimes there'll be an interview with you that I'm not aware is going to be in the paper,
Yeah.
and I have to flip on by because I don't want a bloke on the tube going, "Oh, reading about your mate, are you?
Yeah.
Don't get enough of him, do you? Need to be reading." You know what I mean?
I know. Carl.
Have you been recognised? Do you ever get recognised much?
Yeah, now and again, but I haven't done anything of any worth ever. It's almost like recognising a neighbour or something, because they sort of go, "It's him," and then the other one might go, "What's he do?" Go, "I don't know." It's not like I've done something
Right, of any worth.
yet.
Yeah.
None of us have done anything of any worth. It's all relative to the entertainment industry. You know, whatever you think of The Office, you know, I'm very proud of it, but I haven't secured a bunker in enemy territory. I haven't given a kidney away. Do you know what I mean? It's all relative. It's just, did you entertain anyone? Did you, you know, bring a smile to someone's face? Was it a laugh? I think you're forgetting all those emails I pass on to you for those people that have had traumas in their lives. You know, the earthquake victim. There's people that have lost relatives or had, you know, terrible life-threatening diseases, and they say the podcast got them through. Doesn't that warm the cockles of your heart?
Well, normally it's gone straight to you, hasn't it? And you just forward it me on, so it's almost like spam to me. It doesn't feel as special because it's like, here you go, look at this, you know.
Unbelievable. I've got the new iPad. I've had it for a few months actually. It got sent to me by the inventor. That's who you're dealing with there, Steve.
Bloody hell.
You've got it, aren't
Still
you?
getting free shit.
My favourite app on this is that look, you just type in what you want it to say and it says it.
Carl has got a head like a fucking orange. The cunt.
That's good, that.
It's almost certainly what it was designed for.
I haven't seen that on the advert.
Carl has got a head like a fucking orange. The cunt.
That's great. She sounds like a Radio 4 news announcer
So what is that for?
for doing that.
Carl has got a head like a fucking orange.
Right.
The cunt.
Yeah.
Did I mention his round head?
Good. Right then. So
I think I first became really excited by the World Cup that famous year when Maradona did the handball. Do you remember what was that? 1986.
Yeah.
Oh, that was so exciting because obviously he'd been so brilliant in that tournament, and then he did cheat, as we all know.
Yeah.
What do you make of that? Do you remember that moment, Carl? 'Cause
Well,
that was very formative for
I
me.
know what I made of it.
The cunt.
I don't know. Isn't cheating part of all games now?
Hang on, here we
Oh,
go.
hold
This is
on.
controversial.
Well,
There's a lot of young people who look up to Carl as a role model.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's the world we live in now, isn't it? It's get what you can, how you can.
But what's your feeling? Are you the sort of person? I mean, have you ever cheated in a game? Are you that sort of person?
I just think my dad does it a lot.
What, in board games and that?
Yeah, just cards, you know, Monopoly.
How does he cheat at Monopoly?
Just nicks a lot of the money.
Oh, just straightforward nicks the money. I hadn't thought of that. I love that.
But how do you not notice him doing it? He
Because
doesn't.
I'm
understand.
busy looking at, you know, what properties I've invested in and
Sure.
stuff, and the money's just there, isn't it?
See, I don't see the point of cheating.
No, I
at
don't. I
Monopoly.
say that to him. I say, you're kidding yourself. You're kidding yourself. But to him, he's broke the system, hasn't he? He's got round the rules. What do you mean I can only have that much? Who says I can? Bosh. Get some more money. Buy some more hotels. And in a way, that's life, innit? All people with loads of money now, you kind of go, have they made that honestly?
Right.
You know, I pass big houses in London and I think, gangsters, gotta be gangsters to have a house like that.
Yeah.
There's no way a normal job, someone who's... Because I know, I'm trying to make money. And I know how hard it is to make money. Because the more money you make, the more hands are out there, taking little bits. So how the hell has this man bought this house? It's got to be a crook. And
So
that's
do you yourself cheat? Would you consider yourself a cheater? Are you honourable?
in games?
Well, just generally, do you cheat on anything?
No, do you know what? The other week, I'd had a cup of tea and some fish and chips at this pub, and they only took for one. And I went back the next day and said, "Oh, you didn't charge me for my fish and chips."
What a fucking moron.
I paid. No, I didn't tell her about the tea though.
Got a free tea.
The free tea, yeah. I just thought, well, you know, it's pretty good that I've gone back to pay for that. How much is a tea bag? The water's free.
Yeah.
I'll have that for free. So that, again, that's just me. It's like the Mars bar and the paper round. It's me going, well, I've been good. The fish would have cost money. Potatoes are pretty cheap, but I'll pay for it. But for my goodness, is a little gift. Have a free cup of tea.
But who's giving you the right to make that decision?
That's me. That's me. I'm deciding there.
Right.
I'm in charge. I didn't have to go in there. I didn't have to go back and pay. But I went back and paid. Tell you what, Carl, treat yourself. How's that? Have the cup of tea. All right, I will do. There's the fish and chips.
Absolute bollocks.
If she was good at her job, she'd have remembered. I thought she would have done. In a way, it annoyed me that she didn't go, oh yeah, so you did, well done, thank you very much for coming back.
Right.
She just was like, did you?
Not
She
enough
looked at me.
gratitude. I know what you mean.
She looked at me like we didn't even know.
Yeah.
I was worrying about a staff member
Getting
sort
fired
of
or
getting
something.
done
Yeah.
or having to pay for it.
I know where you're coming at there.